Yo, what up everybody? It's your boy Big Juice. iMixSongs.com, Juicebox TV. Here to give y'all a little help on how to make it in this game we call the music industry. I went on the internet and I couldn't really find a lot of videos or information period about what to expect or how to behave as an intern, your first internship in a recording studio. Well, for audio engineers, 9 times out of 10, your first job in a studio, in the music industry, period, is gonna be that of an intern. Some people are lucky enough or talented enough to skip this whole step, but for most people, you will have to be an intern. It's nothing bad, it's just the way shit works. This video is gonna give you some tips and insight on how to kill your internship and how to quickly advance your career. So let's sit back and let's get started.
Number 1.
You don't know shit, period. Once you get that in your head, once you understand that, we can move on. Now, I'm not telling you that you're not educated. I'm not telling you that you wasted thousands of dollars going to school. Basically what I'm saying, that experience trumps education. So 9 times out of 10, you're probably not gonna have any experience at all working in a professional music setting. The people that you work for and you're working with at the studio that you apply to have shit tons of experience. So it'll behoove you to pay attention and try to learn some shit.
Number 2.
Be prepared to be a food runner, janitor, just a all-around errand boy. Your first job as an intern, you're gonna spend 85% of your day just going to get food, cleaning up shit, washing dishes, cleaning up bathrooms, washing windows, any other menial tasks that they need to be done. That's what you're gonna spend your time doing. So just kind of get used to it. Don't think your first day you're gonna be sitting in on sessions with clients and engineering shit, because it's not gonna happen. If you're lucky, you might be behind the front desk answering phone calls, but other than that, you're just gonna be a food runner, so be prepared for that.
Number 3.
No fan shit. I'll tell you again, do not be a fan. If you're working at a studio, if you're working at a big studio, like a big time commercial studio, you're gonna have a lot of big time talent come there. You're gonna come across somebody that you are a fan of. Hell, you might even come across the motherfucker that inspired you to get into music the first place. You can't be asking them to take pictures, asking them for autographs, or just come up to them, because the studio's supposed to be their sanctuary. Like, they deal with all that shit outside. They deal with fans, they deal with all the bullshit outside the studio. The studio should be their refuge, should be the place they can come and relax, feel good, be themselves, they can take off their cool, you know what I'm saying, just go in there and just make music, do the shit they love. So they don't need the staff or the interns asking them for an autograph, like none of that shit, because that shit'll get you kicked out the door very, very fast. No matter how big of a fan of artist you are, keep that shit to yourself. If you have to, just go outside and go scream in the car or go scream in the fucking bathroom when nobody can hear you, but just keep that shit to yourself. Be professional. You're a grown ass motherfucking adult, so act like it.
Number 4.
Go hard. Even if it's a pointless task they assign you, make sure you go super hard at it. The first day I came to the studio, one of my first tasks was to clean the baseboard. I had to go around all the edges of the motherfucking studio and had to be on my motherfucking knees scrubbing the goddamn baseboards with a little brush. And I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in this motherfucker thinking I'm the shit. I'm about to be in the studio. No. But I knew that it was my first day, so I had to make a great impression. So I fucking went hard and I cleaned the shit out them baseboards. End of the story, you know what I'm saying? They realized that I went hard at that shit. You know what I'm saying? They tell you to do the stupidest, dumbest shit. Make sure you go hard, because somebody's always paying attention to what you do. They know right then if they assign you a huge task, an important task, like setting up for a client or picking up some important music files, or, you know what I'm saying, going and get a piece of gear or a microphone or something, or setting it up for a client. They know they can trust you with that, because they know that you're gonna take the time and pay attention to the detail, and you're gonna go hard and make it happen. So no matter how pointless the task is, make sure you go hard at it, because they are paying attention and they will remember you at the end of the day.
Number 5.
Learn while you can. A lot of studios, they don't keep interns around that long. You know what I'm saying? If you're not working out, or if they don't think they can move you up, you're gonna be out the door. While you're there, make sure you go hard and make sure you learn as much as you can. It's different for each studio, but the studio I happen to be at, which was Zach Recording in Atlanta, Georgia, one of the best studios in the world, I may add, but it was a studio that encouraged interns to learn as much as they can. If a room was empty, I can go in the room, you know what I'm saying, and start playing around with the equipment. Learn Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying, learn the mic, learn the signal flow of the room, you know what I'm saying, how the different ins and out, the patch bay, which is very important. If you have that opportunity, make sure you take full advantage of it. If you have a chance to go be in a room, learning the equipment, learning how to engineer, you know what I'm saying, working on your craft, I would recommend that you do that because it will pay off in the long run.
Number 6.
At all costs, try not to use the word no. Because you're working around a bunch of clients that are very successful and they're not used to hearing the word no. If they ask you for something or they ask you to do something that you know for a fact is pretty much impossible or can't be accomplished at the time, what you should say is that I am not 100% sure, but I will see what I can do. That's what you say. It's actually saying that you probably would not be able to accomplish this task, but at least they know in the back of their head that you are at least trying. You know what I'm saying? If they tell you it's too cold outside, you need to warm it up outside, be like, hey, I'm not sure, but I'll go see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Just say that. Trust me, it works.
Number 7.
If you're an intern at the studio, keep your bullshit outside the studio. You don't need your crazy ass girlfriend coming to the studio trying to start shit. You don't need your motherfucking homeboys that you probably work with on the side at the crib trying to come up in the studio and meet the motherfucking clients and shit. In one instance where I was in the studio, this guy brought his friend in to meet the client. That was fucking weird. The guy worked at the studio, but his friend did not. And to say the least, the client didn't like that shit not one fucking bit. And we did not work at the studio. We ended up leaving. So just keep that in mind. Keep your bullshit out the fucking studio. At the end of the day, the client may not feel comfortable working there and they'll leave, and then you're costing studio money. Definitely gonna get your ass fired, so keep that in mind. If you have any more questions about anything, about this video, about being an intern or getting an internship at a studio, anything like that, just hit me up, info@imixsongs.com. Or you can just hit me up on Twitter, BigJuice205, or you can hit me up on Instagram at BigJuice205. Till next time, y'all motherfuckers keep grinding in the studio. Thank you for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel, Juicebox.tv. Also, make sure you check out my website, www.imixsongs.com. My website again is www.imixsongs.com.